When God calls a soul in a certain direction, there always comes a moment of choice. That moment is never small. It may look like a decision about a job, a relationship, a habit, or a path you thought was yours to walk. Yet deep beneath the surface, it is about something far greater. It is about whether you will walk with God or fight against Him. The truth is simple, though hard to accept. Fighting against God's plan never brings peace. It only leaves you restless, drained, and caught in cycles you cannot seem to escape. You may not even realize it right now. Perhaps the struggles you face, the walls you keep running into, the heaviness in your chest are not random at all. They may be signs, gentle, persistent signals, that you are resisting what God is trying to do in your life. Think for a moment of Jonah. God told him clearly, "Go to Nineveh." The command was not vague, not hidden in mystery. It was simple, direct, unmistakable. But Jonah, in his fear and pride, ran in the opposite direction. He thought he could outsmart the Creator. He thought he could escape the voice of the one who made the oceans and the winds. But what happened? He ended up in a storm, tossed overboard, swallowed by a great fish, carried into the depths. Jonah's story is not just a tale of ancient times. It is a mirror for our own hearts. Every time we run from God, the storm finds us. Every time we fight His plan, the struggle grows heavier. The Bible warns us clearly, you can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Proverbs 19:21. That means no matter how clever your strategies, no matter how strong your will, God's plan is always bigger, stronger, unshakable. You may resist Him for a time, but you cannot outrun Him forever. And the longer you fight, the more exhausted you will feel. So, how do you know if you are fighting God's plan? There are signs, and they are written not only in Scripture, but also in the very fabric of your daily life. The first sign is restlessness. No matter what you do, peace never settles. Your mind is always racing. Your heart is always unsettled. You may achieve something that others applaud, but when you lay your head on the pillow, something is missing. That is because peace is not found in achievement, but in alignment with God's will. Isaiah 26:3 whispers to us, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." If peace is absent, if the night feels heavy and your spirit cannot find rest, it could be a sign that you are pushing against God's direction. The second sign is closed doors. You try again and again to make something work, but every attempt falls apart. A relationship that drains your soul, a business that collapses no matter how hard you work, a dream that never seems to move forward. Closed doors are not always punishment, they are protection. Revelation 3:7 declares, "What He opens, no one can close, and what He closes, no one can open." When God shuts a door, it is not because He is cruel. It is because He has seen what you cannot see. He is guiding you away from harm, toward a path you do not yet understand. The third sign is disobedience that leads to regret. Deep down, you know what God has asked of you. Let go of that toxic relationship. Release that hidden sin. Step away from that harmful habit, but instead of obeying, you cling to it. And every time you do, regret follows like a shadow. Just as Jonah discovered, running from God does not make life easier, it makes it harder. Disobedience does not bring freedom. It forges invisible chains that bind the soul. The fourth sign is exhaustion without progress. You are busy, but not fruitful. You pour out effort, but the results never match. It is as though you are planting seeds in barren soil. That is what happens when you rely on your own strength instead of God's. Psalm 127:1 speaks plainly, "Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchman stays awake in vain." When you fight God's plan, you spend energy without blessing. You build walls that collapse. You guard treasures that slip through your fingers. The fifth sign is conviction you cannot silence. No matter how far you run, No matter how much you try to drown it out with noise, there is that quiet voice calling you back. It comes in the middle of the night. It comes through a friend's words. It comes in the silence when everything else fades. That is the Spirit of God. John 16:8 tells us, when he comes, he will convict the world of sin, of righteousness, and of judgment. Conviction is not meant to crush you. It is meant to guide you, to call you home. Perhaps as you hear these signs, something stirs within you. Maybe you have been restless. Maybe you have been forcing doors that refuse to open. Maybe regret has followed your steps, or exhaustion has drained your spirit. Maybe that quiet voice has been calling, but you have turned away. The good news is this: it is never too late to stop fighting. God is with you even now. His grace is not exhausted. His mercy is not withdrawn. Surrender does not mean weakness. Surrender means strength, because it allows God to step in where your strength has failed. If you are tired of running, then pause. Lift your heart in prayer. Say, Lord, am I fighting against you? Show me where I have resisted your plan. Give me the courage to let go and the trust to follow. When you do that, peace will begin to return. Not the shallow peace the world offers, but the deep, steady peace that comes only from God. You will discover that His plan, though it may feel uncertain now, is far better than anything you could design. Remember this: God is not trying to take something good from you. He is trying to give you something greater. But you will never receive it if you cling tightly to what He has asked you to release. Stop running, stop resisting, trust Him. For the moment you align with His plan, everything begins to change. God is with you. In the storm, in the silence, in the moment of decision, He is with you. His hand has not let go. His voice has not grown faint. His plan has not been cancelled. So ask yourself today, am I fighting God's plan or walking in it? If you realize you have been resisting, do not be discouraged. Grace is still here. Forgiveness is still here. The path is still open. The God who called Jonah still calls you. The God who opened the sea still opens doors. The God who raised Jesus from the grave still raises broken lives into new beginnings. This is not the end of your story. This is the invitation to begin again. This time, not in your own strength, but in His. God is with, always.